And here I have a Chromedome. Welcome to my channel. In today's review, I'm going to be taking a look at Transformers, G1 Retro, Headmasters, Chromedome, with Autobot Styler. And if you're new around here, please remember to subscribe to my channel, leave a like, and leave a comment. With that being said, let's open up the box. The box art real fast. We got Chromedome here on the side. We've got the new head sculpt, which is pretty cool. Then we got the Transformers at the bottom there. Up at the top here we got vehicle mode, and it shows a little bit of the transformation and everything. On the side we got Chromedome again, robot mode, vehicle mode, Headmaster, Chromedome. And on the back we have the old school box art for the Headmasters. And down here we got the tech specs. And I'm just going to get close up, and pretty much Chromedome's function is a computer programmer. And then on the side you see the rest of the stats where he falls for everything, what he's capable of. I think that's pretty cool. And on this side is what we already took a look at. On the bottom it's just more of that, UPC, and yes, this is a Walmart exclusive, so I'm not going to be throwing this box. I think this box is pretty cool. So here is Chromedome, and in vehicle mode, and I see that they slightly changed some of the paint scheme on this reissue. So we got more of a Takara Tomy Legends Headmaster mold, so it's just slightly different in sculpting and paint. And then also we got the new retooled head sculpts, which I showed that picture of. So I think that's very cool of what they did. I unfortunately missed out on all of these figures, so I'm happy that they reissued a set and they are different. So, and I actually like them. And so far I'm going to be starting with Chromedome here for the first review, and I'm going to go through each one of them because I do own every single one of them, and I'm really excited about it. So, and one thing I want to point out is these rims. I think they're really cool. Stands out, gives some flair to the vehicle. And then also the only thing I do notice that the wheels are translucent plastic. That is a little bit of a bummer for me. The windshield is translucent plastic as well. And there are tabs that lock in here for the transformation, so I'm a little concerned about that as well. But those are the only two things I've noticed with this figure. And one more thing I just wanted to point out, the headlights look very, very cool. I like the little design here, I guess, for Chromedome here, and they got the Autobot symbol there. I like the colors. I like what they decided to do with them. The back, here's the tail lights. They're not painted, which is usually a typical thing with them. I already pointed out the rims underneath. It's pretty compact. You can't really tell it's a robot. It's not a shell former or anything like that, which is pretty cool. And that's going to be it for the vehicle mode. And we're going to be taking a look at Autobot Styler here, his Headmaster for Chromedome. And it looks pretty cool. They got the orange face, like a red outside, like most of his body is that red color, just like Chromedome there. And also then he has like that tan like belly and chest. So I think that looks pretty cool. And on the back, because this is also his head, so we're just going to transform that now for a moment. And this is the new head sculpt. And it looks pretty good for the most part. I got a little bit of a blue mishap on the painting there, right below his right eye, right on the silver. So I'm going to have to do some touch-up silver paint with that off camera then. But other than that, this head sculpt is fantastic. I'm very happy with this. It's good representation for Chromedome. So let's see what else he comes with. And he comes with two weapons. One is more for his Headmaster to sit in, versus the other one is more like for his robot, robot mode for his main body for a blaster, so it's pretty cool. I think that's pretty neat. There's not much molded detail, as much as I just got to keep in mind this is basically the Takara Titan's Return version, or one of the versions, as I was saying earlier. So, but overall, I'm still very impressed with this figure, and happy I was able to pick them up at Walmart. There's these two tabs here, and there's these two little slots right there on the back of his legs. You can get him to sit down in this, and if you move the arms up and everything, kind of can lean back a little bit, put his hands up, and yes, there is a little bit of articulation with the figure, but what I'm getting at for right now is there's these two holes right here on each one of these two tabs right here, and these just line up and you tab it in. This doesn't stay as good as you would hope, but it doesn't really matter, because then you just take this weapon, you just tab it in here. So now he's like sitting on top of the car firing, you know, the weapons, you know, for Chromedome, even though I'm pretty sure he can do that himself without this. I don't know. It's just some kind of gimmick, but it's pretty cool. The other thing is, you're supposed to be able to lift this up without releasing this part, but I can't seem to, and plus these are on translucent plastic tabs, so I'd rather do it this way. So then you just close this back up. It's not a big deal. That's the way I would prefer to do it, so you don't break those. And you got a seat right there. You can just drop them right in. It's best you get them in there, and it just kind of closes down. And just keep in mind, these two, this is not one piece. This is two separate pieces due to the transformation. Just wanted to point that out. So you have to come back behind here, and these are on two hinges right here. You just bring them down together, work it down, and guide it in. So now he's sitting inside the car. He's kind of hunching over. I did get him in a couple different times sitting properly and everything, but I'm just going through this. And yes, you can still put this weapon, let's see here, right up on top. And then you just, let's see here. There's a hole right here. And it goes into this tab right here. And you just plug it in that way. So now, see what I mean? These tabs don't really hold that weapon down, right? So now he's driving the car, and the weapons are on top by itself. So you can do either one of those. Alright, for the transformation, I already kind of got that started. You just pull his arms out a little bit. You know, they just tab in and out. There's just tab right there for that slot right there. And after that, they just kind of come out, free them up. Then you're going to lift this back up. Let's bring it down like that. Get the Headmaster out, set him to the side. You're going to fold this, and now these two tabs go into these two holes here. Pop them in. Done. Next up, let's see here. Got to unfold from here. This transformation is very simple, and once you got it like this, you just turn his waist, you know, 180 degrees there. Then you're going to fold his toes out. I should say his feet. They're going to lock in. Now you have his legs together, and then you're going to pull them apart, because you have these two tabs, or this tab right here that goes into this right here, and then this one up here that goes into that slot right up there. Okay, so now you can stand up. Next, you're going to take this part, and it's right on these two hinges here, and you just bring it down. You just guide it, and then there's these two slots right here, going to these two divots right there as well. It just lines up, click, press on it, locked in, good to go. And you can fold his hands out. And let's see, so now you want to pull back on that. This is all on a hinge. Double hinge. You just fold this down. Now this is where it gets a little weird. So just raise his shoulders up so they're lined up, right? Losing my voice, I'm sorry. And then I'm going to go with the other one as well. And then that's going to be able to fold this down a little bit more. This doesn't lock in or anything. This just moves, just lays there. But now with his shoulders lined up perfectly, he can do a full 360 for his shoulder. He has full mobility now for his arms. So he has a little backpack, but for the most part, he has mobility. So that's that. Next up, now we have his Headmaster. And yes, he does have some little bit of articulation. There's a little bit of a ball joint on his head and everything. That's more used for when he's in this mode. So we're going to get to that mode. Just put his arms down like that, and he's just going to fold them. There's this little nub here that goes in between his arm and his side. Just goes like that. Just sits there. Okay, and you just do this. You just turn it around. There's his face. Headmaster, little small head goes into that hole. And it's the Autobot logo. We have the nice, awesome looking head sculpt. I like the silver, the red, the brown. We got like this tan, let's say tan, because that would be the color it is. They look great. I like the white on his face. He has the blue eyes, the orange like face shield. I think that looks pretty cool. For articulation, I already showed the shoulder going around 360, so he does have bicep swivel. He does have 90 degrees on the elbow. The knees are 90 degrees. He has a lot of like back, a lot of big legs, so there's not much you can do about that. He does have a thigh swivel. Can do the splits. Does have a waist rotation, obviously a full 360 because of the transformation, so you don't have to worry about that. There is no, let's see, toe articulation whatsoever. Maybe he can do that. He can lift up a little bit or something. I don't know what you would do that, but there's no ankle tilt on this figure as far as I know. I'm going to say no. So there is that. And then he does come with his blasters. Now for me, this thing is more for the Headmaster sitting in it on top of the car. So what I do with that, I just plug it in right here. Just sits to the side. He does have his main weapon right here. Just gonna plug that in. So he is armed and ready to go. And here's one thing I wanted to try out, see if these blast effects will be compatible with either one of these weapons. So we're gonna take a look at that. And yeah, so he can fire upon them, and we can use this. Maybe not the best representation, but I just want to see if they work. They kind of sit on there on that one. That one you got to really like tab in. It's going to stretch it out. Don't really want to do that. But you can get them to tab in, so yes, blast effects do work. My final thoughts on Transformers G1 Retro, Headmaster, Chromedome with Autobot Skylar. If you missed out on these on Titan's Return or Takara Legends, this would be the set to pick up. Unfortunately, it is a Walmart exclusive, so happy hunting on that. But overall, if you're able to get your hands on these, I would highly recommend it. I unfortunately missed out on Titan's Return and also the Takara Legends version of them, so I got this version instead, since these are the new ones right now. Hunting them were a little difficult. It took me about a couple weeks just to find one of them, and then took me a couple more weeks just to find the other three, and then that didn't even count Wave 2 that's out now. So, but overall, I like the paint schemes. Overall, it's pretty much, they're similar but different in ways. I like the new head sculpt that we got. I think that's a nice touch. The other thing is, I would point out the wheels, as I said earlier, are translucent plastic, and also down here, this whole piece is translucent plastic with red paint on top. So just be careful with that doing the transformation, because these tabs down here, I'm afraid they will break over time trying to tab them in, so I'm just being a little bit more cautious with that. So just a heads up on that, you don't want to break those. But overall, the figure still holds up to this day, I think. I'm happy I got them, And I highly recommend, if you haven't picked up any of these figures, you still got a chance to find them at Walmart. I have already found all 7 of them, and how could I put it? I'm still finding them, and I don't need them anymore. So I'm happy that they're there for somebody else that they may be searching for. So that's it for the review, other than I really like this figure and I can't wait to open up another one. So I'll be bringing more Transformer content very soon. Thank you.